up guys, Spider Avenger Miller. Today I've got the an OG one again, the Specter Rev 6. Honestly, in my opinion, a worse strong arm Maverick and more like a top primed hammer shot. But I'll still give it an external overview. So starting up the front, this is a barrel attachment and this is an N-Strike barrel lug. Included is the included Specter barrel. The Specter barrel is very loved amongst Nerfers because the inner diameter is so wide that it's not going to negatively impact your performance. Unfortunately though, mine is damaged. There's a little hole in this one to where a nub kind of came out, so now it doesn't really lock on very well. Like, it locks on, but it kind of rattles, and then especially this. It's not supposed to do that easy, but it stays on there well enough, and honestly, I'm just going to keep it on because it really complements the look. Above, we do have a tactical rail. If you want to put a scope on it, you totally can. Now, moving down to the cylinder. This is a 5-round cylinder. To get it out, you press the button, and you just push. It pops out like a Maverick and a strong arm, and you can spin it freely, and the capacity, again, is 5 darts. And when that's all loaded up, you just shut that, prime, and fire. This is a top prime blaster, and this is the priming handle to prime. You do that. The prime stroke itself is pretty smooth. It is a pretty small handle, though, and for someone who has big hands, that might be a little hard to grip on, especially if you pinch yourself when you, like, prime it back or you prime it forward, which I did a few minutes ago. But honestly, it's not bad. And down to the trigger. The trigger pull is pretty nice. This blaster does not have slam fire, but it also does not have a trigger lock. So it's kind of a jam waiting to happen to where you can hold down the trigger, and this can still rotate. But the thing is, a dart will either fly out or kind of get stuck in it or induce a jam. So just always have trigger discipline on how you do that, and just don't, like, hold the trigger down as you're trying to. So yeah. Now back to the grip. The grip is pretty small. It's a comfy grip, but it's a lot smaller than average. A lot of people with big hands, for some reason I had the urge to kind of grip it with my middle finger because it kind of helped me right up. But it's a grip that works for older and younger people. And now back to what is perhaps the worst stock I've ever used in my life. So this is notably called the Specter stock. And this stock is a folding stock. So if you pull it out, you can swing it across and lock it in. And this is kind of like a lot of buffer tube stocks because you can still use it in this format. So if you don't want to rifle it, you can kind of just go from the hip and just, yeah. But my biggest complaint with this is it's a very wobbly stock. Like, it's very wobbly. But if you just want to go shoot around a corner, this is the stock for you. But overall, it's good in the length department, but its stability is very crappy. And it's not just like in like me doing that. Just the prime stroke itself is enough to flex the thing. Like, just this. Like, no one wants that. But, thankfully, this is just a standard stock attachment, so if you want to put on a better stock, you totally can. And in this case, this is probably how I would personally run the blaster, and also humble brag real fast. This is a very rare stock. For any of you who've seen some of Drag's videos, he's described that this is a very rare stock. This came with a special edition barricade. But anyway, humble brag over. Honestly, if you want to pop on a different stock, you totally can. And this one, honestly, makes it feel a lot better. It makes it more stable. But for the firing demo, I'll keep the crappy stock on. I have a little example when you just want to shoot around the corner. Let's just go to the firing demo. Starting out with just standard elite darts.
That was bad, even by your standards.
In a compact mode, what you call it.
Finally!
Now just some darts on wolf-led darts to hopefully get a little bit better accuracy out of a low-powered blaster.
That was better.
I hate this stock.
How about you try this on for size, mate?
Huh? Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, so much better. Overall, fire in this thing is fun. It's just, it's like I said, a worse strong arm or worse hammer shot, so to speak. But it doesn't really matter. But definitely a little bit of a frustrating fact is we definitely had a little jam during the first take, so we had to reshoot it. But overall, like I said, it's not a bad blaster, even though it performs very crappily. You gotta remember, this was one of the older blasters before N-Strike Elite started really getting off and honestly making better performing blasters. This kind of performed poorly, and I think everyone knew that because no one really buys these, especially for this stupid thing. I can honestly care less about this. But when you get it for a better stock, it's honestly a lot better. But for the sake of the review, I'll switch back to this stupid thing. But overall opinion, it's a cool blaster. I don't really like it all that much though. I don't really see a purpose for it. Even in pistol form, it's still a pretty awkward pistol to holster, especially once you compare it to something like, oh, here's some examples over here. Compared to the strong arm, which is pretty much its exact mate, except for one shot. The strong arm is more of a classic pistol shape. It's an easier one to use overall, and it feels better, plus that feels better. Like, here, look at this. Cowboy. So much of a better feeling, right? And then also compared to my favorite blaster, and also a little bit borrowing what were JP's, the Hammer Shot. A overall better pistol in entirety compared to, they both have the same shots, but this one, you have to try to be quick with, and then also loading that. With this one, load. A very easy thing to do. And that is why the Hammer Shot is my favorite. And I really got to get more of these skins, because this one is really cool, especially the yellow and green one. But overall, just this is kind of a pistol that was outdated and kind of usurped by stuff like the Strong Arm or the Maverick or the Hammer Shot. But overall, it's not like terrible, but I don't really see this being anything else but like if you're in dire need of a blaster, then that's honestly the only thing I could really see that this fulfills, because a 5-shot primary, this is not really worth it in my opinion. But if you're using it just like as a blaster, like just to hand off to someone that they like need a blaster, then it's okay. Like you could just say like, just load darts in here. First you gotta kind of pop it out, and then you can customize it however you want. And then they just get the feeling of all that. Although you might want to throw an Orange Modworks spring in here. But thank you guys so much for checking out my video. This has been a really fun one to do. But if you can do me a favor, like, subscribe. Got more reviews coming. Just wanted to get this one out as kind of the last one of what we had in the house. Then I gotta start digging some stuff out of the car for the reviews. But like I said, there's a current Specter, honestly. So if you're actually in dire need, like you want a Specter, there's two that I do recommend. There's the Icon series Specter. This one is a lot better. It shares this same paint job, but it performs a lot better. And a little bit of a mysterious one that I've been wanting to research into. the Specter from the Elite 2.0. The same shape and same name, same everything. Only thing is Elite 2.0 paint job. Nerf theory, anyone? Anyone comment down below, hashtag Nerf theory. But thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you can, like, subscribe, leave a comment on what you want me to review next, and I will see you guys later. See ya.